Hello, I'm Braden Guy, and today I'll be interviewing the legend that is Mr. Sean Connery.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Connery, how are you?
I'm very, very good. It's very nice to be here.
Very nice to have you here as well.
Yes.
Now then, Mr. Connery.
Before we start, Braden Guy, may I have a glass of water?
Well, of course, Mr. Connery. Just let me get one here. I prepared it earlier for you.
Ah, Blue Peter.
Yes. Blue Peter. Now, Mr. Connery. James Bond.
Yes.
Big fan of James Bond. What was it like being the most famous James Bond in the world?
Well, sometimes, when I was preparing for the role of James Bond,
Uh-huh.
the director would come up to me and say, Sean, seriously, sometimes you're just substantial to the rest of the cast and crew.
Uh-huh.
And I worshipped that.
Ah. You're a big fan of taking lots of compliments from the director, and you're a big fan of the movies that you're in, I suppose.
Sean Connery really enjoys his own films, yes.
Oh, but not in an arrogant way.
Not in an arrogant, not like that knobhead that is John Lennon.
John Lennon.
John Helen as well. Is
John
also
Helen.
a terrible, terrible man.
Caught me there.
Yeah.
But John Lennon, we had him on the show last week.
Oh, it's the show, is it?
Well, it's my show.
Okay.
Well, it's not my show.
Alright.
We had him on the show, and he was a bit of a knob. He didn't like the fact that I liked Paul McCartney better than him. He was upset with that.
Can we talk about Sean Connery?
Sorry, Sean Connery. Yes. Okay, James Bond. Now, who was your favourite James Bond of all time?
You know, sometimes when people ask me that question, it's usually Sean Connery
Oh, okay.
that I think of first.
Okay.
The other one,
The other James Bond.
the other one, there was only the other one,
Okay.
was just...
Anyway, Mr. Connery, you've been in other films since. You've been. Sorry, you're upsetting me. You're upsetting me, Mr. Connery.
I'm also upset.
You've also been in some other films since James Bond.
Yes.
I'm trying to stick to the script, Brian. I'm trying to. Sorry, the producer's there. Are you okay? There you go. No, you've been in some other films.
Some other films, yes.
Yes, a few. I checked on
DB.
DB before you came to this interview in my bedroom. Now, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Ah, yes.
You're in that as a gunslinger.
Yes.
And Mr. Connery, I've got to say,
Yes.
terrible film. Hated it. Do you mind if I? Yes, absolutely despise that film.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't.
Do you care to say why?
Well, I just think the plot was all off, sort of unrealistic. And they didn't really express your role very much. Goes to my mouth. Now, for a final question, Mr. Connery.
Yes.
Before I have another shower.
It's not raining.
No, I'm aware of that. It's just I think the air conditioning's a bit too much. Mr. Connery.
Yes.
All over the world, Britain and America.
Is there only two countries in the world?
Well, sir, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not racist, but they're the major ones that speak English. So seem to have water in my eye. People always try and do impressions of your voice. I don't know if you've noticed.
Never.
What do you think of these people that try and put on such a terrible accent of your voice? Because I'm a big fan of your voice, and I kind of get upset when I hear people trying to do an impression of you, and it's going wrong, and they're just doing everything. They're doing everything wrong. Mr. Connery, I'm not sure if you're aware.
Yes. Yes.
Would you seem to be spitting water on me? I'm not sure if you're aware. Do you mind if I borrow this towel?
Yes.
Mr. Connery, have you got a problem with the water? Why do you keep spitting on me? My notebook's wet. My notes are ruined. I basically might as well have not had this interview with you. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Pleasure, Mr. Connery.
Thank you.
Pleasure.